What's going on, guys? Messi here. Welcome to a brand new video. Welcome to Daily Dose of Transfer Gossip. Today is going to be Sunday, the 7th of January. And of course, there has been a huge confirmed transfer today. And on top of that, the rumours are also looking very, very decent. So before we get any further, as always, if you enjoyed the video and enjoyed transfers, show your support by leaving a like rating. That'd be absolutely awesome and greatly appreciated. If you're new to my channel, make sure to press the subscribe button for more and press the notifications tab next to it to receive alerts about my videos. If you missed yesterday's video, it's down below in the description box. And today's question of the day: who do you think is going to be the top goal scorer this season in the Premier League? Let me know down below in the comments section. And remember, every single day at 8:30 there'll be a new transfer video on my channel. But let's start off today with the confirmed transfers. The very first one will be a returning player to FIFA 18, I imagine, at some point. And that's Carlos Tevez, formerly Man City, Juventus and Manchester United. And today's rejoin is old club Boca Juniors from Shanghai Shenhua on a free transfer. And if I'm correct, this is now the third time he's been with Boca Juniors. Of course, he started there at the very start of his career. And he went there about a couple of years ago now from Juventus. He went off to China and now he's returned back there, where I imagine he will retire at some point. And if he does come back to FIFA Ultimate Team, to be fair, he might be quite usable still, as right there is his FIFA 17 stats, and they're not too bad. Next time is a player non-FIFA Ultimate Team called Vendel, and he has joined Sporting in Portugal from Fluminense for around £6.3 million. Also a second player yesterday, also non-FIFA Ultimate Team, called Misic. He joined from HNK at Rijeka, which I think are in Croatia right now, for a fee of around £1.8 million. Another returning player back to a former club this time is going to be Kevin Morales, returned to Olympiacos in Greece from Everton for a fee around £4 million. And if you go back to FIFA 12 Ultimate Team, some of you may actually remember he had some incredible informed cards at Olympiacos. And in fact, one of his informed cards was heavily compared to Cristiano Ronaldo back then. A great card in game, and in fact I used it a lot in my go-to team. But now we jump on to the main transfer from yesterday, being Philippe Coutinho going to Barcelona officially now from Liverpool. It's a done deal, no more rumours. It started in the summer transfer window just a few months ago, a massive saga. It went on for a long time, including a transfer request, him refusing to play at some points, and honestly it didn't go down too well whatsoever. But to be fair to him, the time between the transfer window itself closing on like September the 1st and the very start of 2018 when the window opened again, he was very professional. He got his head down, played some of his best football, if not his best ever football for Liverpool Football Club. And I'll say this now, I think he's a world-class player. I'm not just saying as a Liverpool fan. If anything, I'd probably be trying to play down how good he actually is right now, because I've been salty that he's gone. But honestly, he's a great player, and at Barcelona now, I imagine a lot of people will open their eyes to it, and again, realise how good he is. So the details of the transfer itself then. So again, from Liverpool, and the fee itself is €160 million or £142 million. It's £105 million up front, and the rest of it is in performance-related add-ons. And he's actually now the second most expensive player in world football. Obviously in the summer that'll be the third most expensive, because Mbappe completed his permanent switch to PSG. It has been fully announced because he's currently in Spain now, obviously taking the pictures and signing the contract. And the contract itself, by the way, is a 5.5-year deal, and it's got a €400 million buyout clause included in that. So it's €120 million guaranteed as a base fee for Philippe Coutinho, with another €40 million in performance base, and also appearance-related add-ons that are expected to be triggered. And my quick thoughts on the transfer itself, again, of course, being a Liverpool fan, I'll be very sad to see him go because he's been here for a long time now. It has been 5 years, in fact. He's scored some fantastic goals, has some great performances, but unfortunately, he really had nothing to show for it because he did not won a trophy. Now, of course, the timely injuries are very annoying because a lot of people, including myself, see it as a refusal to play. He was apparently injured when Barca started their interest back in August and then came back in September. And at the very start of January, he was injured until the transfer today. So that part, also I'm not a fan of that. We have also got to realise though, Van Dijk, he also refused to play at one point and had a fake injury at Southampton. So it kind of like swings and roundabouts. Unfortunately, it happens in football. But now we've got to put the money straight back into the team because we need a replacement in January. And I'll cover these rumours in today's episode. But now let's jump on to potential deals. And first up, according to the Daily Mirror, Newcastle are keen to offer West Ham goalkeeper Joe Hart first team football at St James's Park. Now, he did go to West Ham United thinking he'd get first team football guaranteed back in the summer because last season he spent out on loan to Torino in Italy. Didn't really go too well for him. And at West Ham, he started quite dodgy actually. And now he's been dropped again to the bench this time for Adrian. So it's not going too well for Joe Hart right now. Of course, he wants to go to the World Cup with England. In my opinion, he shouldn't be going because he's not been playing very well at all now for a fair few years. At Newcastle, he may get more first team football, but he doesn't really have too long to prove himself again. Next up, we go on to Gregory van der Wiel. Short according to Gianluca de Marzio, Dutch international fullback Gregory van der Wiel is almost certain to join OGC Nice in France. He is currently playing his football, playing in Italy for Cagliari, I think that is, and no fee has been mentioned. And some places are saying there's no reports at the moment in France, but Gianluca Marzio, usually quite reliable, he does seem very adamant this still will happen. And now moving on to a rumour for Inter Milan fans, this time according to Gazzetta dello Sport, Inter are holding talks with Barca over a loan deal for winger Gerard Deulofeu. The Spanish club would rather sell the former Everton man though for 20 million euros. Now with Barca signing Philippe Coutinho, of course it means he can play out wide on the left hand side or on the right hand side, obviously Messi plays there. But I do believe Coutinho is a replacement for Iniesta, like a long term replacement, and will be eased in the centre midfield role. And they have also got Dembele returning, of course they signed for a massive fee back in the summer from Borussia Dortmund. He actually picked up a big injury which kept him out for a while until like a week or so ago. He's now fully fit to play, and I imagine we'll go straight into left hand side with Messi on the right hand side, Luis Suarez a striker, and Coutinho just behind. So the overall attack is looking phenomenal, and Deulofeu really at this point, he's not going to get a look in. Next up we move on to Jesse Rodriguez, and according to AS today, former Real Madrid man Jesse Rodriguez is close to rejoining Las Palmas on loan after his brief spell at Stoke City failed. And very quickly talking about Stoke City, Mark Hughes has officially been sacked now as their manager, also looked to replace him very soon. And in regards to Jesse Rodriguez, apparently wants to go back to Spain to spend more time with his new child and also his family. Next up we move on to one from Sky Sports News today, saying that Arsenal have revived their interest in West Brom captain Johnny Evans. Inquiries have been made, but they are yet to submit a formal offer, so they're interested in him. Of course Manchester United and City are also interested. I believe the first two clubs would be like a backup player. At Arsenal he might actually start a bit because of course Koscielny, I believe lately has been a bit injury prone, and Mustafi, his form is on and off. So Evans could go straight into that back line, and they were linked to him back in the summer for a fee around £30 million. I imagine very similar this winter. And now another Arsenal target this time is going to be Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang from Borussia Dortmund. According to Independent first up, Arsene Wenger has ruled out the prospect of Arsenal signing striker Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang from Borussia Dortmund in January. And there were a lot of rumours saying potentially if Arsenal do sell Alexis Sanchez this winter, Aubameyang may be a target for them, but by the looks of it, Arsene Wenger, he's denied that. And if we move over to the next page now, according to Cine Sports, they're saying Dortmund striker Aubameyang is set to join Chinese Super League side GUANGZHOU EVERGRANDE next summer for 72 million euros. And this is the exact same team, by the way, that were linked to Nainggolan yesterday. So if that does happen, if they get both of them, that would be a huge loss in regards to FIFA Ultimate Team, because Nainggolan and Aubameyang, two of the most used players this year and very meta players, going off to China. And of course there was a lot of hype surrounding the Chinese Super League like 2 years ago. It started to die off a little bit when they changed their rules to have a certain amount of players, like homegrown players, and a limited amount of spending. But it seems the last like 6 months or so has changed, and more huge players have potentially been linked to there, including Aubameyang and Nainggolan, and on top of that Bakambu. And next up, it does say Sky Sports the source, but I'm pretty sure it's from the Sky Sports gossip column. By the way, it says City rivals Inter Milan and AC Milan are both keen on Tottenham midfielder Moussa Dembele. I really do like Moussa Dembele. He's a fantastic footballer and a very good player for Tottenham, and if he does go to the Serie A, imagine at least for FIFA 17 the links to Nainggolan, Mertens, amongst many other great players. And now move on to a few rumours surrounding Liverpool Football Club, a potential replacement for Philippe Coutinho. So first up, a lot of contradicting reports surrounding this man right here, Riyad Mahrez from Leicester. So yesterday started off with a tweet and an article from Press Association saying Liverpool have contacted Leicester City directly to tell them they have no interest in winger Riyad Mahrez. Speculation is complete fabrication. And that's pretty much regarding the rumours that started the night before that from L'Equipe saying that Liverpool, they had open talks with Leicester regarding the player and potentially could be making a move for him. And now we move on to a rumour that came about last night around 9 PM according to BN Sports and also in France. Breaking news, Leicester City's Riyad Mahrez will have a medical at Liverpool today, being Sunday, says tomorrow there, and sign a contract until 2022 as a €55 million fee. And I have been saying on social media and also in yesterday's video, honestly, I'd like to see Riyad Mahrez in a Liverpool shirt because he's a very exciting player, has got a lot of flair about him, a lot of creativity, and can play right midfield, right wing, or potentially have a free role in the middle. And then we've got some updates from the Telegraph and also Liverpool Echo, amongst many other English journalists, basically saying reports in France have linked Liverpool with the move for Leicester's Riyad Mahrez. This has been strongly rejected by senior sources at Anfield, who say have no interest in the player. Sky Sports also jumped it by saying Liverpool are not interested in signing Mahrez as a replacement for Coutinho. Sky sources understand there's been no contact between Liverpool and Leicester regarding a transfer, and finally it's believed Leicester would also be wanting a lot more than £50 million if it were to sell him. So either way, today we'll find out whether BN Sports are talking like BS or not, because if he does complete a transfer, fair play, they called it, but if not, Liverpool, Echo, Telegraph, everyone on top of that, they've been right. So again, wait and see, it could be an interesting one. And now some more rumours surrounding a potential Liverpool target and also Arsenal target, Tome Lamar from AS Monaco. So various places are saying Thomas Lamar is Liverpool's #1 target this window. Monaco are reluctant to sell, but Liverpool may try and smash their transfer record yet again, beating the £75 million they paid for Van Dijk a few days ago. Monaco is still very much adamant they won't be selling Tome Lamar in this window, regardless of the Coutinho situation. And Neil Jones from the Liverpool Echo has said Liverpool are prepared to move quickly to fill the breach left by Philippe Coutinho's imminent departure. Of course now, that's fully done, with Lamar still top of their wanted list. Liverpool and Arsenal both tried to get him back in the summer, and Liverpool Echo is still saying Klopp still admires the 22-year-old attacker, who has also previously attracted interest from Arsenal. And you can guarantee between now and deadline day, there's going to be so many rumours surrounding Liverpool and potential replacement for Coutinho. The second to last rumour today is according to Daily Mirror. Very brief one said Manchester United are ready to beat Real Madrid in their attempts to sign Harry Kane this summer. And it will be a difficult one for Tottenham because at this point of his career, Harry Kane, he's been doing so well for him, scoring so many goals, and I imagine at some point in the near future, he'll want to win a trophy to kind of represent that. Of course, he has been winning personal awards such as a Golden Boot, also European Golden Boot, amongst like personal achievements like Player of the Month, also Man of the Matches and stuff, but still, he'll want to win like a Champions League, a Premier League, something like that. And if Tottenham can't offer that to him, potentially move to United, it could be on the cards. And I do imagine Madrid want him as well because it seems like he's a massive fan of them. Basing off tweets of his back in like 2012, 2013, he's praising them a lot. But if he was to move to Real Madrid, of course he'll win a lot of trophies like I was actually saying before. He would probably win them at Man United as well. But basically he wouldn't be able to beat Alan Shearer's record to become the top goal scorer of all time in the Premier League. And the final rumour today is going to be a bit of a controversial one, and is according to El Confidencial. They're saying that PSG want to sign Ronaldo, but they would have to negotiate with Real Madrid though, due to the fact that the 32-year-old currently has a £1 billion buyout clause in his contract at the club. And obviously PSG have got a lot of money, but £1 billion, that's a bit out of reach, and of course against financial fair play. And let's face it, Ronaldo rumours pop up all the time, to Manchester United, to Chelsea, to PSG, but none of them ever happen. But that is going to be it for today's episode, guys. So as always, if you enjoyed it, show support by leaving a like rating. That'd be absolutely awesome and greatly appreciated. If you're new to my channel, make sure to press the subscribe button for more and press the notifications tab next to it to receive an alert every single time I upload a video. If you missed yesterday's video, it's down below in the description box. And today's question of the day: who do you think is going to be the top goal scorer this year in the Premier League? Let me down below in the comment section. And remember, every single day at 8:30 AM, there'll be a new transfer video on my channel. So thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.